All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was a thrilling way to get the day started. The first really high-level match that we have of 2021, and it's EG upsetting Astralis, taking them on Inferno. I can't believe it.
Their map pick.
Yes.
But they still had to upset them. And that's an upset. No matter which way you cut it, we were outlining that. The desk was outlining that.
Yeah.
That was the lowest seed team in the tournament, taking a map off the #1 seed in the tournament, but also the #1 ranked team in the world. So that was a big start for Evil Geniuses. That is exactly what they were hoping for.
And I mean, in terms of the veto, there is no map that EG could have pushed this game onto that would have been a bad map for Astralis. So the fact that it was their map pick, you know, Astralis still probably should have won that map. And yeah, it was 16-14, but I'm super impressed. I want to see them continue, but this is only going to get more difficult from here on out. Now we're going to be on Overpass, and Astralis are going to be very good on it. And I mean, Device was hitting many shots with the AWP, and Cirque was as well. That could be one of the battles to watch for here. We're about to find out as we head into the map. It's Astralis starting on the T side and EG on the CT side. So let's just see more. Ooh, well, off to a fiery start. Sip just gets his face taken right off. That was that's the kind of shot you want to land to begin with here. And EG, I mean, they had great starts on either side here, both on Inferno, both on the T and the CT side. They had some really hot beginnings, so if they can replicate that, probably a good idea.
I mean, that's a big reason why they were able to win against Astralis. They get far enough ahead where they had a margin for error. And well, here's dupreeh taking a duel straight up with Tarek. Actually gets that headshot and wins it, but it's still a man advantage for Evil Geniuses. The difference is, though, that smoke is going to go down, and dupreeh catching the flank. Can they get the bomb planted? Astralis need this bomb planted. They realize that Ethan is here, though. They're going to face him together. This is perfect stuff coming in from Astralis. What a recovery from them in this pistol round.
How did they realize? I'm going to have to go back and look at that, because I actually thought the fact that they got the first kill on the flanker meant maybe Ethan would have been perfectly safe, and they would have just assumed that was it, but not quite so, and this is very hard for EG to try and recover. They don't have a smoke, they don't have a kit currently picked up either. I have no idea how you would ever even get close to defusing this bomb. 10 seconds, never gonna happen. Flashbang will catch both of them out. That was Magiscan, well, Glaive, I think, throwing one of them. So, Astralis up 1-0, recovering the round. I don't know how they checked for Ethan. Someone must have seen him or heard him. Either that, or they've done, you know, some kind, maybe they played them in I don't know, just in practice games.
I mean, they had no presence over towards B at the beginning, right? And so perhaps Astralis are just thinking to themselves, if we show nothing towards B, like Evil Geniuses B anchors are going to be trying to flank us very quickly, right? Because we've just fully committed to A, and we've shown that we fully committed to A. So this is the next logical thing, and it could have just worked out impeccably for them. But it doesn't change the fact that they win that T-side pistol.
It was a good beginning. Scout on Cirque, and some deagles to follow it up with. Really powerful on this map for you know, obvious reasons. Even if you just tag people with the Scout, the deagles can follow it up and easily chew people up. So it doesn't look like a lot, but it could be a little bit devastating if you get off to a good start with them.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely going to be. I'm very interested to see how this plays out for Astralis, considering they're on a 3-map win streak on Overpass in the last 2 months of official matches. This is definitely one of those maps for them that's looking very good. And they just won on the pistol round that they don't tend to win. They're like 1 out of 3 on pistols on T side on Overpass, and last 3 times they've played this map. So they've already gotten over one hurdle, which was to win a round that they're not necessarily the best at. They're much better at CT side pistol on Overpass right now. So.
And I mean, it's nice when you lose a map, you get in, you should get rolling a little bit. Although I think normally if we you know, try and bring up any kind of a talking point about the potential sort of negative feelings of losing a map, I don't think Astralis care at this point. I think they know exactly how good they are on the rest of the maps. I don't think they're going to be really that worried. Sure, it's a little bit frustrating losing 16-14, and you think maybe we could have won it, but they're just so experienced at this point in time. I actually don't think that's a big deal here. Breeze, it's a little bit of a shot there, taking down Device, so could he get another one? He will indeed. Straight headshot to take down Sip, and he's going to recover a MAC-10 and a smoke as well, even though he just put one out there. So, I mean, that's something at the end of it, something to work with. Especially, I would be interested if he could hand that over to Cirque to get a kill, because he obviously wants that AWP. So, I feel like getting Cirque kills is really what this is all about.
He's got the pistol. I mean, he saves the Kevlar on the helmet too.
Oh yeah,
So
you're right.
Breeze
Then he
is
probably
just-
should keep it. Yeah.
He could be a real difference maker here, depending on where he elects to go. We'll keep an eye on him here, as Evil Geniuses are going to go into the hard eco for the rest of the team, and it will be the mid challenge.
Yeah, they have a flash. They're just gonna go straight for it. Let's just see. They're all around this area. Ethan is quite far back in. I think he's got a grenade primed already. Has to be now. It's up in the air, and they're gonna get one kill there, but it's not quite enough. I like the setup. Breeze will pick up another one with the MAC-10, so 2 kills. Look at how low Megaskin device actually are. This could have been so much more interesting. They could have done a lot more damage in this round, e.g. That is just, I mean, it's not really even blaming them, but it's just a question of timing, isn't it? That flashbang that Ethan throws out, it can either be, you know, dead on, right on time, or it could be like a second late, and I think that one was just off by maybe less than a second, so.
It's a crapshoot, isn't it?
Yeah, what
I
can
mean,
you do?
it's like 1 second plus, 1 second minus could make all the difference. And at that point, it's just lady luck giving you a little bit of a wink and a nod and saying, go get him, Tiger. Except that this time she didn't. And so it will be Astralis picking up 3 rounds at the beginning of this first half. The exact opposite of what happened to them on Inferno. Inferno, I think the big thing that led to Evil Geniuses picking up the win on that map is Evil Geniuses getting the 4 or 5 rounds at the beginning, that little cushion, that margin for error that then allowed them to go. Nice wall banging though on a device and Maze. That's outrageous. Stanislaw doing so much damage.
He actually hit the Naked Skull the way at the back there as well. That is just a lot of damage from just shooting through the wall. Breeze with a big double kill. He's almost out of bullets, and he will get taken down. Sit back in it somehow with a double kill of his own, and I don't even understand how Astralis have converted this into a 2-on-3. They're very, very low on health, but they should have never even got onto this side, it felt like. I'm so confused.
AI prediction? We have
Yeah.
an AI predicting that this is an 88% chance.
We do have that.
Ooh, Skybox and Data Pirates.
Exactly right. Sip is going to get that kill on Tarek. 3rd kill for him, saving this one. Not quite a clutch, but I mean, it might as well have been. Cirque is going to be on his own. Yes, you're absolutely right. In the Afterplant, we do have, yeah, a little bit of a collaboration. We actually had a whole, you know, a whole competition going with different teams of coders all around the world doing this. And
Sweet.
yeah, we had some absolutely incredible entries. And I've actually, so as a follow-up to that, I've actually had calls with the different teams, the ones that finished, you know, 3rd and 2nd and all the rest of it too. So it's really exciting. I have a, you know, just a deep fascination. So, you know, those calls were meant to be just, you know, congratulating people and, you know, and talking about what they experienced, you know, coding and what it was all about. But it ended up being me interviewing people about AI in the future and all that. So
Of course it did, Anders.
just, you know, comp sci students being held hostage by me for hours and hours.
Good job. I expect nothing less from you. Whoa, no, that's so unfortunate. Nice loss on HE.
Well, it's fine. Luckily, we're not in the days anymore where it's the $1,800, you know, penalty for killing a teammate or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Something outrageous. No more.
Yeah, no more of that. We're out through those woods. Some changes to the economy have been good. Yeah. 4-0 though for Astralis anti-eco scenario. Cirque with the AWP posted on the upper side. So Astralis have managed to do a great job of threading the needle here and avoiding that AWP in this round.
I can't get over the fact that they won the last round, Astralis. They just should not have won that last round. So I don't know. I think, yeah, I would have pretty confidently predicted that Astralis were going to win this map. It's just that when they then pick up a round like that, they're not going to have many chances, e.g. to you know, to have rounds where it's looking so good. And if you start losing those rounds, you have to think, well, what's left? I mean, some of the rounds coming later could be even more, you know, horrific.
Sure.
That round was it Stanislaus shooting through the wall and tagging
Yes.
like 2 or 3 people? So that, I don't know.
Again, you're getting into the meta. Like, certain maps now are starting to develop these. Well, I mean, all the maps have their own little metas, their own little their strategies within strategies on different parts of the map. This is going to get nasty, and that's so unfortunate that Cirque can't save that AWP. But he was getting flanked from left and right, so odds of him surviving were not looking good. Oh, he body blocked the HE.
That's real interesting.
That's unfortunate, Ethan. Tough break there, buddy. But no AWP save.
Yeah. And they could rebuy it, so I guess that's sort of slightly good news.
They have been able to keep Cirque, you know, in the ops, so that's good. on both maps so far.
The fact that Ethan is buying one almost makes me wonder if they're going to go double op. I mean, he could. There's no reason not to. But a very good start for the Danish side, no doubt about that. Final map would be Vertigo?
Yes, it would.
I've kind of warmed up to Vertigo. I was very angry with that map for a long time.
Well, that was the interesting thing, and it was mentioned on the desk as well here by Maniac that, you know, what does that mean for Bubsky? You know, because it was between Nuke and Vertigo, and Astralis went with Vertigo. So, you know, are we going to get to see the young gun play today in this best of 3, or is he going to make an appearance? Is that something that Astralis have been working on, trying to get him active on more maps? Or you know, with the ban of Nuke, are we just not going to get to see him?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. I would really like to see them, you know, put him into play a little bit more. Grenade, that is an Astralis classic, but it doesn't connect with anything. Ethan getting overrun. That was one of the 2 AWPs. And it looked like he was even halfway asleep in that position, so that's a bit unfortunate. Now running into the bomb site and finding that. I can't believe he wins that fight. It looked like Stanislaw should have had a big advantage in the angle there, but yeah, this is just already done. No point in showing up, even with that kill. It is not worth it. Just don't lose these guns. You're going to need them.
What is the post-plant prediction now from Skybox?
A lot, you have to say. Just a lot.
Only 93. Only 93. Huh. Okay, interesting.
I'm impressed it does it really, really quickly. So, I think what was really interesting about the teams that participated in the tournament was that it wasn't just only hardcore Counter-Strike players that were into it. Some of these teams were of, you know, sort of, you know, comp sci students that some of them had PhDs in AI tech, and
yeah, I bet,
and didn't play any Counter-Strike, didn't know anything about it, and they had sort of friends that they teamed up with to understand the game, to then develop the algorithm. It's all really, really interesting. I've enjoyed it far too much.
I feel like Counter-Strike is one of those games that can get into that kind of Moneyball sort of scenario that we've talked about so much in the past, where you can just get more and more stats involved.
Yeah, and I think it's quite likely we don't even really necessarily know what those stats are yet. So that's another point of interest, right? Like, you know, the baseball reference there. At least in baseball, you probably have some pretty good idea about what numbers are good to have. Sure. But in Counter-Strike, I don't think that's actually clear at all. Yeah, many more kills, great. That doesn't take a genius to figure out. That doesn't help us that much, actually. Breeze back here with the Deagle. He's going to try and do some damage. This could be really interesting. It's a 4-on-3, but now back to a 3-on-3, and they're going to get another bomb plant here. Astralis are just running away with this game, and EG, they need to come back swinging, I mean, right now, more or less, or it's already looking very rough.
At some point. You know, that's the fun thing with Nico joining the G2 roster. I mean, granted, it's been a long time since I've had a conversation with Medic about that, but G2 for a moment were the team trying to run a Moneyball strategy in CS. Sure. They were you know, getting data analysts to look at rounds and to just churn demos and figure out what the tendencies were through numbers. And so I found that fascinating, because I think that's always going to be an option here in CS. You can play that percentage type game, it feels like, if you really decide to push it. But with Nico joining the roster, I have a hard time believing that he's going to be on board with that sort of
and obviously, my man Henry misunderstanding the Moneyball strategy, thinking it's just about rolling a ball of money down the board.
That was too easy. I just set it up for you, Edis.
I miss you, Henry.
I know, dude. It's been too long. Actually, it was Blast last time I saw him, I'm pretty sure.
It has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't it Blast London? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it must have been. Well, right now Stanislaw is 0-7. Ethan is 0-6. I remember Ethan was top fragging and probably did more than anyone else to win in that first map. But right now they're getting beat up fairly badly. That is a nice shot, and Meg is going to get one in return. Suck with another one, taking down Dupree. Good start to this round, EG, and now they must hold on, and they must win this round and pretty much all of the remaining rounds in this half. They have to find a way. Cirque is the man for the job. Triple kill.
He's playing the angles so well. I mean, that's exactly where you need to be. You're going to get that slight edge, that slight advantage. And then he is now going to get to back off and play this perfectly safe. And it's an impossible situation for Zipnix and Magus now to come back in this.
Yeah.
2v4, even for them, it's going to be... Well, to be fair, if Evil Geniuses stay spread out 2 and 2...
I mean, you really want to make sure that you force the T side here to go for the bomb plant. You don't want to be fighting too much before that happens. And
I mean, they've got smokes. They've got. I mean,
they could do something.
You could just execute But it's looking like they want to go over towards the B site here. Astralis, 40 seconds on the clock.
The thing is, as well, they have so much money, Astralis, and they know EG don't have that much. So even if they just go and fight and get a couple of kills, that's still pretty good for Astralis. They're going to be happy with that. 30 seconds, and, well, those flashbangs give maybe a little bit of the game away, but actually they're going to smoke the sniper spot and then still take their time. They're really running this clock down low.
Yeah, they're not really going to have much of a margin for error here at all. There's the flash, trying to create some space. Oh, the shot goes through on his Zipmix, takes him in the face immediately. Ethan is now in position with the AWP as well. And with 6 seconds left, they're going to back off and just save the 2 AKs. Which, you know what? I'm a big fan of. Why donate AKs when you don't need to? You know, those AKs, the one-shot headshot, just don't give them to the CTs.
Yeah, and, I mean, they left it just with the thinnest of margins in that round, but theoretically, if they could have got the kill on one of those guys in the B-bomb site, maybe they just go for it. Cirque, though, the hero of the round, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that was big. That finally breaks the streak. 7 rounds in a row for Astralis coming to an end. On the T side of Overpass, and the thing is that, Anders, Overpass for Astralis, T side, not the hottest. 50% win rate on their rounds of T side. So that's across 3 maps though, so it's not a huge sample for Astralis, but this is still they're still on a 3-map win streak on Overpass right now, Astralis. So this is definitely a map that they're comfortable on.
Yeah,
and their CT side only gets better.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I would expect for them to be playing even better in the second half, and it's showing right now. I think for the Astralis team, they are putting on a bit of a show at the moment. Waiting now, and then they're just going to pop all of the grenades into the B-bomb site, and that will be potentially difficult to stop. I wonder especially if Ethan misses the first shot with the AWP, if he's going to be able to get back and into a position to get another shot, or if he's just going to get run down. There's the flashbang, and, well, he did not make it back. They're so quick on the site. It's done. There's just, they can't even, I mean, Tarek, even with that kill, it is not worth it. That happens so fast.
It's so brutal. It's just the spacing is so good, and the flashes, the timing that Astralis hit after that initial flash is just so brutal. You have no room for error there if you Evil Geniuses, and you are just kind of caught in the middle of nowhere, as we just saw. And that's actually, I mean, almost identical to the round that we saw such success last time, where they just, again, they catch Evil Geniuses just out in the open. And it looks like they're just taking heads off at will. So Astralis will get that 8th round, and it was a short-lived comeback for Evil Geniuses. No 2 rounds in a row for them, Anders. They have to do it the hard way.
Yeah, again, I think most people would have predicted that this probably would have been a map win for Astralis. It's a bit shocking to see it be this one-sided. For a second there, your choice of words, you know, bit shocking. I thought you were saying something else, you know, but it is, in fact, a bit shocking that Evil Geniuses are struggling so much at the beginning of this first half. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's a tough one, man. It's a real tough one. It's looking like we're going to get that TAC timeout called here by Evil Geniuses. So second one called for them. And at least for Evil Geniuses, they have money in the bank enough to buy, so they will get a full buy coming out of this tactical timeout. Oh, man, Cirque, don't mess your funny bone up. That's the worst. That's the last thing you want to happen.
Is that what happened?
It looked like it, man. You've hit your funny bone before, right? Yeah. That elbow, you hit it just right. He did not look pleased.
You had that jolt of electricity through your arm.
Yeah.
It's no fun, is it?
That's his open hand. No, actually, it was his left. So, I mean, yeah.
So then it's fine. No problem.
Yeah, whatever. Actually, it's all good. Just suck it up, Buttercup.
This is such a difficult map to play, really on both sides, but there's just different challenges. But obviously the problem on the CT side is that you're so far away from the B-bomb side if you're pushed up towards, you know, A long. But you sort of have to, because if you don't do that, the T side will have so much real estate and they won't have to use any grenades. So there's the trouble of finding out what is the T side doing and how do we get enough people onto the site. I mean, you see right here, EG again going with a 3-man stack. It's super common, it's super normal. But even that has not even been enough. So how do you upgrade that? Try and put more people there? I mean, at some point, it's going to be too many.
That is exactly what they're doing too, Anders. It's like, yes, more people. Bring Tarek down. Oh, nope. It looks like Tarek's maybe rotating back around again.
They're going to boost here, though. Astralis just waiting for it.
Yeah, there's the flash. And there's the easiest shot. Breezy. Oh, that's so painful.
But it was clinical. Flash to set it up. A little bit of a peek over. Just almost looked peaceful for a minute there. 50 seconds, and EG, they don't even learn anything from that. They're just like, oh, guess we just lost someone. That's cool.
There were 2 guys in sewers.
Yeah. Which,
awesome.
At any one, flip a coin at any point in time in the map, you're gonna be right about that. Glaive pushing up, leading the charge. 30 seconds left. Flashbangs are in. Cirque, this AWP. You see the smoke in front of him. He can't really see anything, and they're falling back. They're actually just faking it out, and I think they might have realized, but is it going to be too late? Glaive even getting the kill. It's all up to Stanislaw. He drops the bomb on the ground. That's huge. Ethan has to stay alive. Only 16 seconds. If he just doesn't die, they can't get back in time, and he's even going to pick up the kill. Stanislaw, though, definitely the hero of the round here. It's 8 seconds, and they have to try and find Ethan. He's running away. He knows they don't have the time. He's going to get the kill, and just 3 seconds left, and he hears Glaive stepping, playing this one nicely. He goes down, but still did well enough. Oh, man. Talk about thin margins for winning a round.
Just breathe out again. All right, hold on. We're going to get to see this again. Oh, this is Dupree, the boost. This is what kicks it off. And then Astralis just proceed to completely outgame themselves throughout the rest of this round, where they're just so far ahead and they just overcomplicate things to the nth degree. But this is, it's like the pistol round, what we saw, right? Very quick rotation into sewers from the CT side, looking for that rotate into connector, and yet instead of being prepared for that, Astralis, they ran right into Stanislaw, and he gets 2 kills. Ruins the round completely. Here's Cirque, though. More aggression from Cirque top mid with the AWP, except that this time, not able to get out alive. And so we're into a 4-on-4, and that favors Astralis. Ooh, nice. Flash setup, though.
That came really, really deep from... Did it came from downstairs? I think Stanislaw threw that from basically from the B-bomb side or from outside of sewers. Tarek goes down, wall banged and through the smoke by Sip, so that's really unfortunate. And we're back into a 3-on-3 that just EG can't afford to lose on really any level. Glaive sneaking up and looked like he got stuck on the wall. That was really awkward. He probably had every advantage in winning that M4 versus FAMAS, but just a little bit of bump. And I like this positioning from EG, though. Ethan is just controlling the middle of the map. If he goes down, it's going to be really awkward, but don't... Just stay alive. This is good.
Stay alive. And Zip is still just waiting around here. 44 seconds on the clock, and Ethan still just chilling in connector. And so now Zip has to worry about this. They even go for the full-on HE in there, just hoping.
I mean, this is what's so impressive is as long as Ethan is here, they've got a pretty good read. Astralis would have to go back through T spawn, and that just takes such a long time. So I think they've given themselves a fairly good shot at doing this. The Vice is going to be going down. Glaive with a little bit of a return. He's playing well at the moment. 8-2 right now, and he's going to find a 9th kill. Dropping Breeze. Ethan long-range spray. He's already taken down Glaive. 9 seconds on the clock, and he wants to make sure he doesn't get flashed and killed. Sip will get the bomb, and I think he's just in time.
So close. The finest of margins. Except that now you've got Zipnix, the last guy on Astralis you want alive in a 1v1 clutch. It's Zipnix holding the angle. He's got the drop on Ethan. Ethan is going to be on spot him. No! Zipnix has the advantage of the angle. And the positioning there. But look at that cheeky little grid from Zip. Just allows just the slightest show of emotion. Yet another clutch for Zipnix. He's so good, Anders! It's the last guy you want alive. You look at the scoreboard, you're like, crap, why has it got to be him?
You have to imagine that's what it feels like. If you even do it, if you just don't try and just don't even think, it's not worth it. All right, 9-2.
Even Zod is like, yeah, it's all good. It was Zip.
We got it.
Oh man, okay, well. Now you're really in the doldrums if you're evil geniuses, although Breezy! The double with the dig at the beginning picks up 2. That is a big deal.
Really well done. Could have even been a 3rd. You could tell Astralis were making, a couple of unwarranted assumptions, just rushing north like that. Easily flashed, easily dealt with in other ways, but I think they're hyped up. They're feeling really good right now, and it's hard to blame them, but don't want to let that take over the team completely.
So you don't let your opponents back into, that's the thing where we see teams, they get ahead, start feeling good, start horsing around a little bit. All of a sudden, they're giving a few rounds away. Oh, but it's no big deal. We're so far ahead. It's all good.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, your opponents are back in the match, and you are struggling. This is going to be Astralis. Clinical take of the A site. Cirque going to be a little bit frustrated there. Astralis will be getting that double digits in the first half. Dude, they're going to get 10 rounds on the T side minimum.
It's the Counter-Strike equivalent from Dota 2 of having your teammates say, let me just farm this rape here and then we'll win the game. Which nobody wants to hear.
That is...
that loses you the game every time.
Just don't do it. Rapiers are a bad idea. Oh, Stan, you gonna get in here? Dude, how about that? Yes, cause. All right.
Fair play.
Toasted.
He did everything that he could. Dupree with a nice triple in that round, but yeah, 10-2 right here. Weirdly getting picked off. Even that doesn't faze him. He's fine. He's just happy.
A little bit of frustration getting shown there by Stan, but again, we saw some frustration from them earlier on Inferno, and that did not stop Evil Geniuses from winning that first map, their map pick. Here, however, it's a bit of a different story. Astralis, 10-2 on the T side in the first half. Their map pick, worth pointing out, obviously, usually goes like that, you know, one after the other. Oh, Device, he's adjusting for Cirque, though. He was ready for that peak.
Even in a good position for the forward push. And he's going to see that. I still like that from Tarek because, again, this is a way of trying to help out the B problem. They haven't been able to hold the B bomb site, so actually if you push up like that and try and get some information, it makes a lot of sense, but yeah, getting picked apart is not that great. Breeze tried to escape, but he's going to get shot at the back by Device, so back into a 2-on-3, and Stanislaw, very dangerous position, and Glaive is just toying with him at the moment, nearly getting the kill, but Stanislaw actually fighting back. That's pretty cool.
Ew, Molly really decides to commit with the Molly instead. Where's that one gonna go? The smoke is down, then yeah, it gets canceled immediately. But look at this long-range flank coming in here from Cirque. This is going to completely catch Device off guard. He has no idea, no reason to check. Dupree is now going to be the one up here, but I'm pretty sure Stanislaw was close enough to hear those footsteps. The element of surprise is lost for Dupree.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's got a very, very good read. And the fact that the bomb is down there at the monster tunnel, so they don't even have to worry about that any longer. They have all of the advantage in this 2 versus 1. Dupree, yeah, giving up any pretense of any kind of a flank coming in silently. Just gonna try and see if he could get something done here in the last 17 seconds. He does get legged, so if it wasn't already tough, it just got a lot more difficult. And then the USP to follow it up with. All right, another round for EG, 10-3. Would be good if they could at least get the next couple of rounds here. Try and roll it back a bit more. Astralis are having way too much fun.
Yes. Yeah, they are looking good. But Alistair Cohn here, the baby-faced killer, just chilling. Knows he got that leg shot, and yeah, just locks him down with the USP. That is exactly what you hope to see here from one of the heavy hitters on Evil Geniuses. And again, straight back into the aggression here on the CT side from Evil Geniuses. They are not holding back. They are going to keep going. Cirque boosted up. This time he was ready for Device, and it's Glaive catching Ethan, and, well, Device is going to get Breeze. 2-man advantage now for Astralis.
But there's more. Just more fighting, and...
Hi, Billy Man.
Yeah. There's more, Semler. Yeah. Discount if you put enough people over on this side. I just can't believe it.
I mean, they're looking for the flank, but now they're kind of boxed in here. I don't know, though. Dupree, he was a little worried about getting flanked, and that's going to let Tarek sneak his way through back door of the restrooms. Cirque is still hanging out here, but it is looking like Astralis are going to take over this B site. Stanislaw, the only one here alive for Evil Geniuses, and even there, he is just watching short, and he's been spotted. Worst case scenario now for Evil Geniuses.
Found by Sip. Yeah, Stanislaw, I mean, I don't think he could have played that much differently. I mean, if he goes to try and control the bomb site itself, we've already seen how difficult that is with 3 people alive, so if he's there alone, that's probably not going to work out. You're just hoping to catch someone jumping onto the site, get a kill, make it a 3-on-3, and then hope to try and do something. But it didn't work out, so 11th round picked up by Astralis.
Yeah, and just looking very confident indeed. Evil Geniuses are now going to have to try and figure out something. I mean, this is where you start to see, okay, you pointed out, right? Okay, they're going for the aggression in mid, right? Perhaps to try and relieve some of the pressure towards the B side. Is this now where you try and turn it around and get some kind of surprise take on sewers? Are you going to try and get some kind of focus over here towards the B side now, Evil Geniuses, and try and change it up? Because you can't just keep going aggressive long in mid A.
I mean, they are really trying to switch it up, right? 4 people pushing long like that. It's definitely different from what they've been doing in the rest of the round. So I think they're still just, instead of just rolling over and saying, man, they are way too good on this map. They're really trying to come up with something that's a bit more interesting. But so far, it hasn't really worked out. Both Orpas realizing what was in store. Let's see, 15th round, last of the half. Tarek sneaking up right into Glaive and somehow winning the battle anyway. That's interesting.
Double headshots. Dude, don't sleep on Tarek. The Turkish Terror. I mean, that guy, he has got that raw aim. He will take those shots and win those duels. And already now it's going to be Device trying to press up here, trying to return it. Tarek is just barely, he just barely gets around the corner. The timing is outrageous. This is so good. Evil Genius is now with the man advantage, and Astralis, a minute on the clock, but 3 players here on the B site. 4 Evil Geniuses. Had Astralis pushed in here, it would have got nasty.
Yeah, they have a chance at least to try and get that 4th round. It's probably not going to be quite enough for a first half here. Ooh, nice shot. Cirque's been on point yet again, taking down Device. And 40 seconds, 3 versus 5. I mean, this is all looking very, very good at the moment. Cool angle coming out from Stanislaw to take down Dupree, and now 2 on 5. So, again, I think 11-4 is it's very, very far away from anything that EG would have needed to have a real impact here. But let's see if they can start to get something rolling. And again, I'm not even sure EG are going to be super upset. I think they probably knew this was coming too. It's likely that Vertigo just will be the real battleground, the real test for this best of 3.
Well, that's the true hope, and if that is Evil Genius' strategy from the beginning, you gotta nod, right? An appreciation that is the long-term plan, because I mean, this is Astralis performing well above what we expect from them on the T side of Overpass, and now we're going into the CT side, which is their stronger side on this map. So life isn't going to get any easier here for Evil Geniuses, Anders.
It definitely won't. We'll see how that goes after the break. Stay tuned.
Yeah, dude! Yeehaw!
But Simple, nice trip quad! Simple's already into the equation, striking them down from the heavens.
It's a big gift right now. Strong kill for Rush to begin with, and a good follow-up. Headshot is dead.
As we've seen, shifted it up nicely. This one they decide to just run right in.
And Arc could do so much damage. The smoke goes down and Arc goes out. More shots delivered.
The element of surprise, maybe being just into that corner, pushed all the time. He's going to get more charge, and maybe it's first. Keep falling into trouble whenever they pick it up.
And he is focused forward, gets the first kill, and the second. Tries to dodge, Ziwu's right on top of him. Drops in the windowsill.
And we are back once again. Second map, second half coming up. It's Astralis versus EG here at Blast Premiere. And right now, it is looking much more like the kind of story that we were all expecting at the beginning.
Yeah.
With Astralis up 11-4.
Yeah, Astralis up to 11-4 on the T side.
Yeah.
Now we're going into their CT side where they have a 74% win rate across the last 3 maps, Sanders. So it's been fairly CT heavy for Astralis. They are much more comfortable on this side of the map, at least based off of what we've got before the Christmas break. Obviously, it's a new year and they've had some time to update some stuff, so we'll definitely see here what they've got coming. But all of this is to say that Evil Geniuses, they got their work cut out for them going into the second half.
Well, bit of a trade early on. Glaive for Cirque. Device in a very dangerous position. Flashes in there, and he's going to get run down. That leaves 2 on the bomb site. Third one in Dupree is already rotating in, so they've got some people here, but Sip is going to fight before anyone else shows up, and he goes down. Now they have a big lead, and Mega Scare, he's going to get run down. That worked out so well, and I think everyone from Astralis there ended up fighting alone. They just got run down one at a time. There was no chance they could coordinate any kind of a real, team fight there.
Mm-hmm. It's so quick from Evil Geniuses, all grouped up together. They were just able to keep that pressure going. Astralis, man, they just the pistols today, not their thing, huh? I mean, Inferno, same thing. They weren't able to pick up any. They managed to pick up the first pistol around here on the T side, but on the CT side, that's nothing. Yeah. They're 2 out of 4 on CT pistols on Overpass in the past 4 maps, so brutal. But now Astralis, I mean, let's see. We saw how deadly they are with the Deagles before, and they've stuck 4 players on this B site very early on here, clearly hoping for Evil Geniuses to commit and try and play aggressive. And while Astralis, it's looking like perhaps the Geniuses are going to read their plan. They're going to figure it out.
And they're doing quite a bit of damage for fairly low risk, shooting through some wall bangs, some grenades, just being annoying in general. Device, he was out at long with the scout, and I'm kind of interested in this. If they can sneak in a kill here really early on Astralis, that could be fun. Then suddenly they could have not a great chance, but at least they could be a little bit more competitive in this round. So, yeah, they even make a bit of noise. He must read that.
Heard it. But he doesn't know if that's just somebody jumping or if that's a boost, right? So info still a little bit lax. Ethan's going to power up onto this B site, though, and Stanislaw will be able to get that bomb plant. Astralis, they were rotating off, and they are going to get completely caught out of position. Astralis, the chance. It's almost like you just want to hold on to this stuff. Don't even take this fight. Yep. And they're just backing off. They're going to go right over towards long and just save the pistols and Kevlar for the next round.
I can respect that.
Yeah, that's definitely the wise call here.
You know what else I can respect?
All right, what?
Ethan throwing that truly disgusting smoke and just pretending like it was part of the plan, like he wanted to hide inside of it. I think that's like, it's like if you stumble, just try and just roll with it. Try and pretend like you just wanted to, just be on the ground for a little bit. So that was smooth, Ethan. We almost didn't notice. But overall, yeah, I think Astralis just, when you only have deals and scouts in a round like this, it's not such a bad idea. You guess a bomb site and they guess B for a while, and just as they show up, they just change their prediction to an A site. Then it didn't work out. Look at this. He's like, yeah, you know what? Actually,
well, that's unfortunate.
That's what I wanted to do.
I'm just so happy we were able to catch that for the replay.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's unfortunate for Ethan. It's unfortunate for Ethan. Yeah, because otherwise people just had to imagine it, and maybe it wasn't all that bad, haters. But no.
No, don't. We're not letting that one go. 11-6. You know what else we're not letting go? The fact that Launders did predict EG to win this. I just want to clarify that for anyone who is in doubt. He did in fact do that. Ethan, that's a lot of spray coming through with the Khalil. And follow up there. So very smooth early on here. And it's about to be 11-7 for EG, which I think that scoreline might be deceptive. You might look at that and think, oh, wow, this could actually be very competitive. I still very much doubt that. I would love to be wrong about it. I'd be very excited if it turned out that EG actually are really well prepared on this side of the map, but I doubt it. I have my doubts. Or maybe not even that. Maybe just the fact that I think Astralis are still going to be very powerful on the CT side.
Well, I mean, this could be the winning sort of scenario for Evil Geniuses. The only problem is that when they pulled this off on Inferno, they were they were even in terms of scoreline, and then they got ahead, and then they had a bit of margin for error. And so when they started slipping rounds, it wasn't the end of the world. Here, if they start slipping rounds, Astralis are too close to the finish line for that to be able to happen for Evil Geniuses. And so Evil Geniuses need to just show us a performance like no other. They need to keep their cool completely here on the T side. And well, to be fair, Anders, that is one of the things we keep touching on this because it is important. I mean, Evil Geniuses, no officials since beginning of November.
True, yes.
Astralis, plenty of officials since the beginning of November. And so Evil Geniuses will have a whole lot more to go off of in terms of what Astralis were recently doing versus Astralis who have no information to go off of. Well,
Yeah.
one map played by Evil Geniuses, and
It's not a
it was
lot.
a quick one. So that's not a lot to go off of in terms of developing tendencies, in terms of figuring out tendencies, right?
All right, double grenade on a device. It doesn't mean that low, but it's certainly annoying. So is the wall bang that's coming out, although it sounded much worse than it was. So I guess Tarek will be all right at the end of it. Big and important round for Astralis, I think. Because in their minds, surely they must be thinking after that kind of a first half, 11-4 in their favor, they must be thinking, all right, you know, job is already done more or
Pack it
less.
in.
Pack it up and let's get on to Vertigo. But now, if they lose this round, they actually have to sort of unpack and start to think about how to actually do this again.
They just have to stop Evil Geniuses. They cannot let them begin.
Definitely not, because again, you know, once you run out of money on that CT side, it's no fun. Very, very hesitant in this round. EG, bomb is far back. They want to see if Astralis are, you know, coming to look for them.
Exactly. Well, what they have to do here is, because Astralis played aggressively on that CT side, which is what you're supposed to do on Overpass, at least showed some presence. Evil Geniuses had to still take the time to and use some utility to go back there and clear out some angles just to make sure nobody was lurking. Just to make sure that quick rotation isn't possible. And Astralis now, they've figured that out, and they're already rotating down to the B site. This is going to be very difficult now for Evil Geniuses. Astralis should be ready to snuff the Geniuses as they try to push in here.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here, and more about to show up. It's Sip and Dupree with the opening couple of kills, and well, any dream of getting through has just got completely crushed. Nobody goes down on the defensive side. Instead, they now increase their lead 12-7. And, I mean, a couple of issues, right? Obviously, not getting the bomb punch, you're not getting that $800 bonus. You're not doing any damage to the Astralis economy, and you just give them, yeah, just a round where they can really relax. And they don't even swap out for the AKs. They just have AUGs instead. They don't even care about that.
Well, not only that, Anders, that's a real confidence building round for Astralis in the sense that they heard that flash into restrooms at the end of the round. They reacted accordingly. They knew that it was an information play.
Yeah.
They were, like, that's just... Astralis are now feeling like, oh, okay, good. Our reads are solid.
Yeah.
You know, a bit more confidence there for Glaive, right? A bit more confidence for the team, knowing that they've got accurate reads on what Evil Geniuses are trying to do. Whoa, that's so outrageous that Magus actually wins that duel. But there's the catch from Stanislav. Doesn't let him get away. Nicely done.
Which is really confusing, because if Magus wanted to escape that way, he had both Dupree and Device there that could have helped him. They could have stuck around, even just flashing for him or anything like that. It just felt like that was actually not that much of a good idea. Well, B bomb site's lightly defended. Sip and Glaive are down here. Now Ethan running up behind, looking for the shot, turning and lining them up for a big double it could have been. But they actually managed to turn it around. That looked like it definitely should have been one. Device missing an opportunity as well. He's going to get legged himself down to 17 health, so I don't know. Can shoot through the box, but not connecting with the angle quite yet. And I can't believe it. EG actually finding a round here.
They're fighting back, Anders. Still 2 rounds of loss bonus here for Astralis. And as far as the money is concerned, they could, if they wanted to stretch with 2 players alive, as Dupree could drop a gun, they could stretch this and keep going. Device could drop a gun as well. So they're not out of the woods just yet, Evil Geniuses. They haven't succeeded in breaking Astralis' back. But that's a great round. After that last one, they've put Astralis on notice saying, okay, we are still a threat here. You cannot slack off just yet. Let's see Bree's perspective as he takes over this site. That's actually kind of a surprise moment, you know?
Yeah.
I bet you he doesn't even see Ethan behind him.
He probably doesn't. Yeah, he's just, wait, there are more people?
Ethan's like, surprise.
It's like one of those little Russian dolls. What are they called?
I mean, Ethan
Just more
is
Astralis
smaller
players.
than Breezy, yeah.
Just more Astralis players. At the very last one, like the tiny one in the end, that's Bubsky. Yeah.
Is that Bubsky?
You have to go through all of the other. Can someone Photoshop that? Is that possible?
Please, somebody just... Well, where would he go, Bubsky, now? Back to the road?
There's always something exciting happening at that line.
Too true, too true.
21st round. 12-8. I'm really interested in the fact that they've even got to this scoreline here, EG. That already makes me a little bit more invested into this map that I was kind of ready to maybe write off just because of how impressive Astralis were on the first half. But they've been slowed down. And also remember, now that EG are on the T side, they're the ones dictating the pace of the game a little bit more. And Astralis have to sort of wait around and find out what's coming. So it can change a couple of things, even just that. Well, nice early kill from Device, taking down Cirque. And the whole team is stuck over it. This is very dangerous if you're on the EG side, because for all you know, someone from Astralis could already be checking outside of B and realizing what's going on. A couple of great returns as Device did pick up Tarek, but 3-on-3. And they just have no info right now, EG. So either they have to go or try and fall back. Maggie's aggressive push to take down Ethan. And I mean, I think they know everything they need to right here, Astralis.
Now they've got him boxed. And that bomb going to get picked up. I mean, Device did manage to spot the extra man as well. So Stanislaw and Breeze, the two of them together here, we'll see what they can do. They can put themselves in a position to trade out. And that's what Magus is thinking about now, backing off. So this is going to get... I mean, they're just not going to have time, Anders. 20 seconds. 20 seconds for Evil Geniuses here.
Yeah.
Stanislaus backed off and saved that AWP, and that's looking like it's going to be the call here. They have money to buy in the next round, Evil Geniuses, if they save these guns. Stan can drop.
I wonder if the strategy for this particular round, which obviously it just never really came to be, but I wonder if they didn't just want one kill from long there. They had 5 people at long. I imagine if they get that one kill, they just immediately go. They just put the entire team in. Yeah. But instead, it's Device picking up 2 kills, and then they're just all waiting for a moment that just never comes, you know?
Well, it could be that they're trying to punish Device, because that is Device's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Holding long with the AWP. I mean, it's one of his go-to angles that he likes to be at. And so it could be Stan and Zeus just going for the read, like, hey, we know that statistically, this point in the time, at this point in the round, he likes to be in this position. If we can punish him, we can make that work. It just, that's how good Device is. Even if you know that's what he does, he'll still beat you. Okay.
This is taking forever, isn't it? They're still gonna get there, but you can catch someone jumping, maybe. Did he see that? I don't think he did. Well, you don't want to stay here all day. Dupree's pushed up very far, but they get the kill on Magisk anyway. The patience, it pays off. Sip down here. Yeah, he's going to see just the edge. He's not going to kill. Finally picking up a double there. That was about to be an absolute disaster, and Glaive coming in. All of these kills just while they're all flashed, and 2-on-3 now. Man, what a round.
Get out of here. What is going on? Zip mixed! Another 2 for him. That's a quad kill for Zip in the round.
Unreal.
And 2 of them were through the smoke. And all of that off of the perfect bow standers. Just holding it forever, and they actually got it to work. That's so painful for Evil Geniuses. We'll watch it again here, sir. I mean, that's just catching Magus way late.
Very well done. But here's the thing, I mean, they almost had to go B because, again, Dupree, while all this is happening, he's pushed up so far towards the playground over on the other side that Sip and whoever else was in B knew. They already knew that this was going to be a B attack. I mean, they could have guessed that just because of Dupree's position.
Mm-hmm.
So that spray through the smoke, I mean, it looked like he was about to go horribly wrong, and then he just picks it up anyway. 14-8, and EG, that was the money gone. Astralis is so close now.
Do you think Dupree's got, he's got push to talk? If my teammate's dying and doing that much talking after he's down, I'd just be like, clear comms, please.
Oh, yeah. I imagine, yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
No one ever wants to be that guy who's, you know, talking like 5 minutes after he's already died. Sip continuing, quad kill, and he's turning it into a triple this time before he gets put to rest, but fair play. 7 kills in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Somebody had to end him eventually, right?
He's up to 23-12, so he's been playing this map very well at the moment. And the Orcs will just continue to do a lot of work here. 15-8, and it will be map point for Astralis, and they have about 7 of them to try and just find one more, which is looking very doable at the moment here.
Yeah, their CT side is still just looking so solid for Astralis. Although, I mean, this is still just split. 4 rounds for Evil Geniuses so far in this second half, and 4 for Astralis. But now Astralis putting themselves in the position to just lock it down 16-8 and get us over to Vertigo. But, I mean, you were pointing that out earlier, Anders, actually. It's interesting. Vertigo, not as strong a map for Astralis. A little bit more of a dicey 50-50 sort of scenario. So Evil Geniuses, if that's the play that they were going for, they could still set themselves up for the upset win here in 3 maps. We'll see. Dupree, flat, still gets the duel and takes it, wins it versus Stanislaw.
How far should we stand from that position? Because we can see clearly Dupree just couldn't see anything for a while, but I would love to see the replay from his point of view as well.
Yeah. Didn't look like he didn't... Did he have the arm up? I didn't see the arm up.
No, it didn't look like it to me either, but you never know, right? Maybe he was just standing in like a really weird position where he blended in with the background or something. I don't know. Dupree and Device, and a little bit of a crossfire as they come up through the connector, and it's looking very bad at the moment. Dupree will just continue, wants a couple of more kills on the board while he still can, and well, this looks like the last chance, really. Sip, can he find the last 21 indeed, taking down Ethan 16-8 as Astralis pick up the second map, leading us on to a third and final map in this best of 3. That will be on Vertigo. And I think that'll be really, really interesting. But I mean, Astralis, I think, showing what they're all about and why they're seeded #1.
So consistent, and when you come into a map where they feel confidence, you can see the difference there. Just looking a little shaky on Inferno, maybe needed to get the engine revved and ready.
Yeah.
Now they're rolling along.
Very, very impressive. I mean, that's I mean, maybe potentially a bad omen, I think, for the EG side, but we'll have to stick around and find out. It is coming up after the break. Stay tuned.